Hello, my name is Jackie Cook, and I'm going to be talking about informal assessment in the classroom. So the first informal assessment that I'm going to be talking about is the use of green and red cards. So I like to use green and red cards, green on one side, red on the other. It's just a laminated card in the classroom to gauge understanding without overtly drawing attention to students who don't understand the content. So instead of saying, can anybody raise their hand if they don't understand X, Y, and Z? I like to use this instead. So they keep the card on their desk and they can turn it over to red if I'm going too fast, or they can keep it green if they would like me to continue. This is a no tech option, but it can also be converted to like a red or a green light with an adaptive switch if necessary for students that have motor control difficulties. My next informal assessment is the use of exit slips. So as you can see here with the note card, students would write their answers to the day's big question on an exit slip and turn it in upon leaving the classroom. One way to integrate technology would be to use the website Padlet, which is like a digital poster board or a digital cork board here. And so students could write their answers to the question here and they would pop up on the screen, and then that's how you could grade them or keep them all in one place. So that's a digital adaptation for that one. My next informal assessment is the use of think, pair, shares. So this is another no tech option. However, it does have, again, the adaptation to use Padlet. So this is where students are posed with a question. They think about their response and write down their own response. Then they pair together with another student to compare their answers and discuss either who has the right answer or what could be changed. Then they would decide on an answer and share aloud to the class. A way to incorporate technology with this assessment, again, is the use of Padlet to share answers. And the last one is the use of Microsoft Forms. So on Microsoft Forms, questions are posed digitally in a form like this, and they could be multiple choice or they could be fill in the blank. And students answered questions digitally on this page, and then the page condenses the answers into a readable format for the teacher, as seen on the left-hand side here. So the teacher can see if overall students are getting the concept or if there's some students who need more attention, and then the teacher can go in and review the answers. Now, something that I didn't mention with each of these is the pros and cons. I'd like to start with this one here first. Microsoft Forms, I feel like a con to using this is that it seems a lot like a quiz to students. And so I think something that could make it more beneficial is using it more regularly and not just in the form of using it for a quiz. I think that using the open-ended answers would be great. It is really nice. A pro to using this is that it does keep all the answers in one place. So that way you can have it to look back on later. It puts it all into an Excel spreadsheet if you want to keep it there. A pro to think, pair, share is that it can happen on the fly. So if you think that students really aren't getting a concept or that they need to be collaborating, you can immediately throw out a think, pair, share, and it's not anything that you have to have something ready. It's not like you have to do all this prep work, and that students can then compare their answers. A con to using this is that maybe sometimes students may not feel comfortable collaborating with classmates. An exit slip, one of the cons to using Padlet is that you do have to have through your filter, through your school, social media barriers disabled because it does see Padlet as a social media app. So that is one downside that I've seen. But a pro to using it is, again, it puts all the questions or all the answers right on one slide so you can see them as they pop up. And I've seen that be successful for students. And then I think a pro for a green and a red card is that it is low tech, so you don't ever have the possibility of it not working. But a con to it is that students could lose the cards, or students may feel, worried about putting their card on red, that they want the teacher to slow down. So these were all of the forms of informal assessment that I like to use in my classroom and the technology adaptations that go along with it.